Hi everyone, welcome back to Guys in the Cloud. I'm Niharika, your host for today, and today we have Thuya, who is a developer advocate at Google.
Yep.
Yeah, I have some questions for you today
Sure.
in and around AI. So I just want to read out to you because
Okay.
it's actually a very lengthy question
Okay.
that we have.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So your profile is actually very fascinating. You have mentioned in your profile that you've learned more about leadership from sci-fi and from games
Yep.
rather than having it come from a classroom point of view.
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
just wanted to ask, how does that unconventional gamer and dreamer chaser kind of thing, how does that give you an edge at a company like Google when you're building something around AI agents? Like how does it help?
Yeah. So it's a very interesting question, right? So when I finished my school, and then I was meeting with this, my director, and then I kind of asked her, "Hey, what kind of books do you read in your free time?" Right? So she was working for like this tech company, right? One of the MNC as well. Then she actually told me I read a lot of sci-fi books. I'm like, what? Like I thought business leader usually read, like self-improvement kind of books. So I asked her like, why do you do that? Say, oh, if you're in the space of AI, right, things that you are doing is very kind of like advanced, right? So you can't just read traditional books. You need to expand your mind, think of the possibility, right? In the Star Wars photo kind of thing, like how do you do, let's say, spaceships and stuff? How do you do personal assistant, for example? Even for like communication, you have things like hologram. So if you are exposed to this kind of futuristic concept, it kind of help you in like, if you want to build some demo or maybe some product, you're like, oh, I seen this in the movie before. Let's try to build something, right? Yeah.
Okay. Coming to the point of sci-fi, I just want to understand, have you seen Interstellar?
Yeah.
It's a movie. Is it your favorite movie?
It's one of the favorite. Yeah, definitely. It's very mind, intriguing kind of
Correct.
concept. Yeah.
It actually took me 4 to 5 times to actually understand the concepts which were running behind. So how many times it probably took you to understand every concept that we are talking about?
Yeah, so initially, first time is always kind of puzzling, like, oh, what's going on? But I have always been in this kind of space. So I kind of knew, like, the relativity, whether you time travels and that you're trying to like helping your future self, helping yourself in the past and things like that. So it took me about maybe 2-3 times to rewatch it and like, oh, maybe, there's some relativity concept going on, right? And the planets going around, and then because of the gravity, age differently from the ship versus the people with the planets and stuff. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, good to know that. Moving ahead to the next question that I have. So let's talk about the future that we are talking about. Okay, so your expertise, it's in AI agents,
Right.
correct? So for most of us, AI is a chatbot, nothing else. But you are building something around AI that helps you in your, day-to-day life and everything. So can you give us a concrete example of a task that I can do on a daily basis, but something that an AI can help me do,
Right.
rather than me doing it over the next 5 years, maybe, like something. And a dependent question around it, if there is something I build up which can do a daily task for me in, let's say, 5 years,
Right.
but what is that one major obstacle that I can see when I'll be having that kind of facility, when I have that agent that can do everything for me?
Yeah, so imagine a world, right? When you wake up, there should be somebody kind of tell you that, hey, you rested 8 hours tonight, your day is looking fine, the weather is how much, and then your task for today is to go through this 2 meetings in the morning, 3 meetings at afternoon, right? And you do have some grocery to run, right? So kind of plan out everything, read it out for you when you just wake up.
Correct.
And you're like, okay, because your cholesterol level is this, I have prepared this healthy breakfast for you, right? Or maybe your grocery is running low, so I put an order through Amazon or something,
Correct.
right? So imagine a world like that. This is what we should be aiming to create, right? With AI agents, it's not just as a chatbot. It could be personal assistant, have you do things that very trivial, right? So you don't have to go to grocery run yourself. You don't have to figure out what kind of things that is available in your fridge, right? It will keep track of all these things. Like maybe you can make an omelette today because you have this, and then if you want, I can actually order something healthier for you next month, so that it's kind of like adjust to your health, stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
So that's what we actually want to build. In terms of like personally how I'm doing, is like usually a lot of people study about different topics that are coming out, right? Maybe you have to read research paper. So there's a lot of information coming from different medias, right? Social media, new medias and stuff like that. So how can you use AI to help you narrow down the thing? So because we only have 24 hours, right? So we kind of need to optimize it, right? So let AI do the dirty work by filtering, content that's not very technical, for example, content that's not very relevant, for example, right? You should just pipe all this thing into AI and then let AI decide what's good for you. It's like your own kind of PA, right? Helping you to filter all the noises and stuff. Yeah. That's how I use it.
Okay. So let's say I achieve this use case someday, but what can be that one challenging aspect that I really need to look out for?
Okay. So there is this movie, Wall-E, right? So I'm not watch you watch Wall-E?
Not really.
So Wall-E is like a cartoon, right? So in this space, a human being has evolved and they have the robots that does everything for them.
Okay.
And what happened is they're just floating around in this device without knowing anything, right? Everything they want can be done in press of the button.
Okay.
Right. So if we reach to that stage of everything is automated with AI agents or any other systems, then you kind of need to stay grounded in some sense, right? Because you need to know at least, let's say, if my agent is not working, I should know how to make an omelet, right?
Correct.
It's like, I just rely on my agent too much, then I kind of lose track of what's actually meaningful for me, right? So things like that we need to be mindful of, right? So it's good that, agents, AI, they're kind of helping us to do things, but we still have to be grounded in some sense that this is what necessary skills I need to survive or to do my job, right? You're kind of like using AI to do the things that you like doing better, not totally outsourcing it entirely and then you forgot about it.
Yeah. Right. Okay, that was a really great answer. So moving ahead to, let's go to the community side.
Right.
Okay, so beyond the code, you have founded SideQuest community, wherein you're helping the employees who have been a part of a technical layoff.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have you learned from helping people when they navigate these career crisis, and what do you think, how much it has impacted like the real world with the changing AI technology that is into picture right now?
Yeah, so the very funny things that I observed when I was actually doing this kind of community effort to upskill the people, right? I wouldn't say all, but some of the people who got laid off, they either have a very stubborn mindset, right? Like, why do I need to learn AI, right? Why do I need to change the way I do, right? I've been doing this for 10 years, 20 years. I don't want to change it. So this is a very dangerous mindset to have. Right, because things happening recently is super, super fast, right? There's a lot of changes happening within 6 months. Like we don't even know what's going to happen maybe like 3 months from now. Although we are creating, a lot of people say that, hey, you're working with like data stuff, right? You're at Google, you're building agents, but even I do not know what's going to happen in 6 months from now, right? Things are going at crazy pace. So you need to be able to adapt in this kind of landscape to be employable, to be meaningful, right? To be kind of one step ahead of other people, right? So that's what I actually try to kind of portray the message to the people, right? So when they come for like workshops or when they come for like panel discussions, I kind of tell them that, hey, it's not you that, impacted by the AI, but it's more like what you position yourself as. Are you, a part of, I lost my job to AI kind of thing, or I got a job because of AI kind of thing? Yeah.
Understood. So wrapping up this discussion, I would like to jump to one very important question. That's like the hottest question of the season.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So one advice that you would like to give for people like me who are totally like a blind eye to AI, and somebody maybe who is trying to shift from maybe some cloud domain or something to AI. So what would be that one advice that you would like to give? Maybe I'm the beginner, or maybe somewhere in the middle where I'm trying to shift from one domain to another into AI. So what would be that one piece of best advice that you can give?
So the best advice is use AI to improve your life. So don't think too much about, how AI going to impact this job, how am I going to learn AI? So try to think from your own perspective. Like, what would make my life easier if I, let's say, automate some part of it, right? Can I build an AI agent to help me with grocery shopping? Can I make my AI agent to help me summarize what's happening in the world in like 5 paragraphs every day? So just start small, think from that aspect, and then see the impact that AI give you every day. right? Don't go and like start learning the theory about it, how to build AI model, how to implement, how to deploy. Not yet. Just think from a very personal, small aspect, like how can I make use of AI to elevate myself into a better place? So that way you have more time to learn more things, right? Yeah. So start from there.
Yeah, I think that was great having conversation with you.
Same.
And all the questions that we had, I think you've answered that beautifully. And I think it can help our audience understand so much more about how to start it and how they can help communities grow in and around it. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening as well.
So it was great having a word with him. Thank you so much, Thuya. And as a token of appreciation, this is a gift from our side, from our channel, Guys in the Cloud.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.